Hello, and this is HDSK here, back with some more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm action for my second channel. Now, before I introduce all these players, I want to say something really quickly for everyone on my second channel. Number one, you guys are the best, and number two, if you're wondering where the newest episode of Black Mesa is, I accidentally uploaded it to my main channel, but of all the videos to accidentally upload to my main channel, I feel like that is by far one of the best. It is one of my favorite episodes so far, so go check it out. You guys know my main channel already, youtube.com/HuskyStarcraft. I will also be adding it to the playlist, so you can just view it there, and all future episodes will continue to be on this channel, youtube.com/Husky. So I just want to let you guys know, I uploaded to the wrong channel because I'm #TypicalHusky. Now, this is going to be a 4v4 played with random people on Heart of the Swarm. Again, it does take a while to set up those games, but I'm going to be the pink Protoss right here. My allies are going to be Xanthi, the purple Terran, Otis, the green Zerg, Bruisley, I see what you did there, Bruisley, the kind of cyanish Protoss, and our opponents are going to be Ghost, the pink Terran, I like that guy already, Psycho, or Sicko, I guess it'd be Psycho though, the purple bluish Zerg, and we have Red Eyes GS, the black Terran, and also TMCK, the yellow Zerg. Well, hopefully you guys follow me on my second channel, or I'm talking to people in the game, because then you get to watch yourselves again. I guess I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, we do have my own gateway going to be going down right here. Now, I did decide to go ahead and pick this map because, number one, there's no team ladder on Heart of the Swarm as they are focusing on balance and all that. And if they had team games, honestly, everyone would just play the team games and not as much 1v1. But the reason I do pick this map is because there are the 3 easy-to-secure expansions right here. And then if you're kind of the odd guy out who doesn't manage to get an expansion, there is a sort of easy-to-get expansion here and here. And then also, on the back of that, there are 3 more expansions, 2 of which are high-yield expansions on each side. So I don't know the exact math on that. I'm not going to try and do math on air, but it is a lot of bases, and it does make for some awesome team games. It also makes for a lot of fun. I mean, I have a lot of fun on this map. I have many fond memories on this map. So anyways, I may be playing more and more 4v4s on this map. Sometimes I like to show my first-person point of view. Sometimes I just like to cast a replay of team games just because, you know, there's a lot more going on. There's a lot of stuff that you miss while playing. And it does look like right now Bruisley is going to be going for the coveted 2 gateway opener with the pylon wall in there. So we'll see exactly if he can actually make anything happen here. I highly doubt he's going to be doing that much damage, especially since, you know, they're going to have their queens out by then. Got to be in pretty darn good shape. I guess maybe the Zelts will make it there before the queens. I don't know. It's going to be kind of close. Either way, it looks like Psycho has his queen out as he did not go for the super early expansion right now. The Zelt's going to be grabbing the good old watchtower, moving out. Are there any reinforcements for these Zealots? It looks like no, as that drone is going to be scouting through. It looks like the Marines having a little bit of a dance party going on down here with those Marines as he decided to do it again. We'll see how long they're dancing though, as they may have done their dance of death. Can the Marines actually escape here? It does look like Ghost managing to retreat on through there. So I think he's going to be in pretty good shape. I don't think these Zealots are really going to be doing all that much damage, or if we're lucky, maybe kill an SCV. But other than that, there's not a whole lot that can go on with these Zealots. Although, no, he will actually kill off several SCVs. 1 each, it looks like, possibly 2. Overall, I think that was 5 SCVs, maybe 6, either way. And the Marine trying to gather, but he does finish the job. He can go ahead and start dancing once again if he decides to. A couple of Zerglings do decide to show up there. And it does look like more Speedlings got to be on the way right now. What have we got going on over here at Team Husky? Oh, I got my good old Mothership Core. Of course, there is no Energize anymore, which I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I'm kind of sad that there is no longer Energize. I do have my expansion going to be on the way here, as he also gave me unit control of his supply depot, so I'll be able to raise and lower that. I also want to mention, for some of you who may only follow my second channel, that I just got my new computer. So this is going to be a test cast on my new computer. So far, I've seen no lag whatsoever, and that's a good sign considering that this is a 8-player game. Sometimes it's hard to remember that there are 8 players at once playing the game with tons and tons of units, all rendered in beautiful 3D. So my last computer actually had trouble with team games, especially on the highest of settings here, which I believe I have it on the high settings right now. It definitely looks like it. A couple of Widow Mines going to be moving down here, and that is actually going to be Xanthi's Widow Mines. And this is actually one thing I love about team games, casting them after they've already been played, is that I honestly did not know this was happening. So there are the two right there, and you can see, boom, boom. Oh, could have detonated on both those Hellions. But for now, decides to run it inside the main base, and will he be able to do anything with it? Doing a run-by of Widow Mine proportions. Not something you see very often, but he will be able to burrow right here. And how much damage is going to be dealt? Does take out, looks like just the one SCV there because the splash damage is not enough to kill those off. Bruce Lee saying nice, which I guess that was pretty good. Although Zergling's got to be moving out here now to begin attacking these expansions. Thankfully for me, I'm overly cautious. I do have a cannon on the way already. So we'll see exactly how much damage those Zerglings can do to that Nexus. Otis saying, bummer, man, you're going to lose that Nexus, which I think he is actually going to. I do have my Mothership Core on the way to try and defend it, but I don't think he can do as much damage as it needs to. Does decide to go ahead and cancel it there. Spine Crawler is done. Zerglings do give chase, so they're not going to be able to do a whole lot here. May just be forced to engage. They do decide to, and do manage to find their way out of here. Now we do see Ghost has slipped in a couple of Widow Mines here. No, my Mothership Core! It was so nice knowing you. He gets taken out right away by those Widow Mines, which can basically be just be placed anywhere. And this is kind of upsetting to me because I wanted to test out the new changes for the most recent patch. So I actually got a Sentry here right away. I can't remember if I already used Hallucination or not. I do remember that I used it at some point, but I also have an Observer on the way. No, I do begin to get an Observer here in just a minute because I noticed that, hey, with Widow Mines, what can I really do without any sort of detection? I'm definitely sure as hell not going to rely on my opponents or my allies to tell me where those Widow Mines are at. So it's kind of every man for himself. I never understood what these drones were doing here, but they're not there for any longer, as we do have more Widow Mines for Ghost going to be moving out. He's planted them all over the place, which is honestly kind of cool. I think that this is how I would play it out if I was Terran. But right now, we do see some Widow Mines up here going to be doing substantial damage. You can see them right there. They do force the scan, might force another scan too. And they do get taken out there, albeit barely. So unfortunately for him, how many SCVs does he actually have left? He lost quite a lot there. No, he does have 20, I suppose. Not sure where they're actually at right now. There they are, showing up a little bit late to the party. The Widow Mines are going to be moving out here. These poor probes are told to go on mine duty, and unfortunately for that, that is not as painless as jury duty, which right now the minefield here is being quite annoying to deal with. I do have my probes transferring down here. Thankfully, they aren't doing that much damage, as we do now have the Widow Mines of our ally there, kind of securing that location. So we'll see if these mines up here do that much more damage at all. But we do have the medevac going to be moving out. Not anything inside, though, as maybe he was trying to harass during all of that kind of chaos. We do have a lot of Hellions on the way. No Battle Hellion upgrade. Oh, wait, they're the Hellbat, excuse me. No Hellbat upgrades quite yet, though, so he's not going to be able to do that just yet. Does he decide to actually get them? I'm trying to see. He's the Black Terran? Yeah, he does have it on the way. So he is going to be going for those Hellbats, recently name changed. For the unit formerly known as Hellion or Battle Hellion, once again getting a name change, but it does look like right now they are still Hellions in Hellion form. So trying to clear up the confusion right there. Lots of Zerglings going to be moving out right now for Psycho. He's going to be scouting the bottom right side, seeing if there's anything down there. And oops, that awkward moment when the hatchery finishes before he can land. So he's going to go ahead and take this expansion. The Zerglings, though, do have very good map control. The Hellions as well, though, might actually be able to engage these directly just because there's so few stalkers. But guess what? Hellions are not that good in straight-on confrontations with anything other than light units. But here comes the Zerglings right there. And, uh-oh, these mines got to be able to do lots of damage to the Lings. I guess not as much as I thought, though, because they are now inside the base. Keep in mind that the Tempest now has been scaled down a little bit. It doesn't take the Fleet Beacon anymore, and it costs a little bit less. So I'm trying to use it on the Zerglings, which is not nearly as good. But I do manage to get out a couple of Tempests. I already have cannons here on the mineral line, though. And you can see the Tempests, they do shoot from afar, but definitely do not do that much damage to the Zerglings. They are managing to take out a couple of the mines here. And the mine does not activate right there at the last second, so we are able to hold that off. We did take a little bit of damage, so you can see not many SCVs mining down here, if any. Really, I mean, there's only one or two at this point. I'm going to go ahead and expand up to the top left side because I love macro. Don't know if you guys know that about me, but I love to macro as best as I can. I think it's the best way to get good at the game. But unfortunately, my probe right here is on a track to die, as these Hellions are going to be able to spot that. Oh, they do turn around there. This probe almost makes it away. Don't think that probe's going to survive, though, because Hellions are pretty freaking fast. Does look like Bruise Lee going to be coming out here to kind of help me out just a little bit, but we do have TMCK's Swarm Host now out, and he has enough money to make quite a few of these, actually, which can prove to be very annoying in team games just because it's tons and tons of free units here that it's kind of like instead of 4v4, it's kind of like 5v4, but just because it's unlimited free units, well, we have to be much more careful with ours. But remember, they have been changing the Tempest quite a bit. I think it's more of a useful unit at this point. Yes, it doesn't have the ridiculous, what was it, gravity sling, something like that. It doesn't have that to lob those attacks 22 range or 23 range. But I still feel like they're useful. I believe I already got the upgrade for additional damage to massive. Is that a fact? Maybe not. Let's take a look at the fleet beacon. Where's that right there? There it is. It is the gravity sling, I guess. Oh, I do go ahead and research that, but it does make it do additional damage to massive units. I got that because, you know, why not? It does cost 200, which is quite a bit, but I wanted to have fun, so I started to get more and more Tempest, so why the hell not? Now, I am still getting the expansion up here, trying to transfer probes over. These are basically the probes that I'm building from my other nexuses because my main base is not quite mined out just yet. And, you know, the more probes, the better. Although I should probably learn when to cut probe production. Although right now it's okay to still make probes. It does look like a mine right here, though, happily eating up some of my units. They do have quite a few Swarm Hosts at this point. It does look like Enduring Locust is now complete. I am working on my +2 air weapons. My ground army has some pretty weak upgrades. Working on my very first upgrade right now. Cannons there to try and defend. Looks like Bruise Lee wants to take the center with his Blink Stalkers. Kills off a Changeling right there. But so far we have had a slow minute or so. But since we are going to be moving to the center of the map, we should see a slight battle here. Unless these Stalkers are unable to engage directly. Although blinking on top of these Sea Shanks might actually be a good idea. There he goes. He does decide to do it. We'll see if it actually works out. I think with just Hellions here, it should be okay. Especially with my Tempest showing up, man. They're going to be attacking from so far away. And down the Siege Tank's go. Unfortunately for him, he could not win that 2 versus 1 battle. Bruce Lee just loves saying easy. As, I mean, I guess when you're Bruce Lee himself, everything comes a little bit easier. But we do see the Swarm Hosts are out in large numbers. Could continue to use those here. He does have enough money to continue making those. And unfortunately for Xanthi, he's unable to finish that expansion right there. So that's not going to be doing a whole lot of good for him. And taking a look around at what my opponents or my allies are doing here, you can see HotS doesn't have a whole lot on the field right now, unless I'm looking at this incorrectly. But I decided to make a carrier because the carrier to me is a Heart of the Swarm unit because they were definitely going to remove it. But I think we all know deep down that Blizzard didn't have the guts to remove the carrier because we'd all be so sad, and Blizzard doesn't want to make us sad, right? Blizzard wants us to be happy. Speaking of happy, this is a lot of Battle Hellions, man. I don't know exactly what his plan is for this many Battle Hellions. I do just notice, though, that the Battle Hellion icon changes to this ridiculous-looking guy as soon as he turns into a Battle Hellion. Guess he can't be face-palming anymore, huh? It does look like the Hellions are going to continue on through here. Ghost loving his Hellions this game. Thankfully for me, I do have quite a few cannons set up here. Going to be playing Ring Around the Nexus to try and keep those probes alive. But with Blue Flame, it's not looking very good for them. He does get a couple of shots off, though, but with that many cannons, there's only so much he can do. What is Bruce Lee doing? The real question, though, is was that easy? Because I feel like the answer is no. Does manage to barely mass recall away. And as you guys can see, I have secured the watchtower with these pylons because why not? No detection for anybody. But what is this? What is this? We do have some Zerglings going to be moving up here right as I'm trying to place these cannons. That is very unfortuitous for me. And we'll go ahead and cancel those to kind of keep the dream alive as far as not wasting too many resources on those cannons. The Zerglings may go straight for the Nexus here. I am a little upset about this. I don't have Blink just yet, and I do have a Twilight Council on the way. Of course, I placed the Twilight Council by the Watchtower because who doesn't do that? More cannons are going to be on the way here, and I do manage to save the Nexus, albeit barely. So hopefully for me, I have learned from my mistakes and will indeed start getting out the Blink ability. That would be nice. That would be nice. My Tempest count, though, relatively high. Not the highest I've had in the past, but I also have carriers mixed in now. There's my one carrier kind of chilling out over there. We do have a lot of roaches here for HotS. He's going to be moving those out to the right side, and uh-oh, Xanthi's a little bit pissed. Got to be killing out this expansion. The drones have burrowed, though. We'll see if they can absorb the splash damage from attacking the other things. Looks like so far the answer is no. So even if he doesn't know those units are there. Right now, though, look at this. I am abusing the Tempest. This is something that I feel a little bit dirty doing. But at the same time, I'm a dirty dancer. Whatever, guys. That never happened as we are going to be attacking right there with those. But watch out for the Swarm Hosts because that's tons of free units here, though. Got to be able to do lots and lots of damage to these units if they stay for too long. Is there detection? Yes, there is. Might have to back up these swarm hosts just a little bit. Infestors are in position, though. Could be using fungals and the likes. Here comes a big push through the center. Red Eyes GS and his ally deciding if they want to go for it or not, but I'm basically just being a big old jerk here with these Tempest. I am going for the upgrades. I do delay one of the upgrades. Let's see if I get the second one or not. I'm going to take out the turret there just to make sure I don't actually wander into that. But they have managed to secure the center of the map, and there are several swarm hosts here now. Fungals, though, on the burrowed infestors. They get taken out immediately. Here comes the roaches right now, and they are going to be able to kill off all these swarm hosts, it looks like. But several locusts do spawn right before the inevitable death takes place. And what is going on over here? Oh, no, these Hellions killed off all my workers. That's not a good thing. You see 9 kills on that Hellion, and they're like, why the hell are there cannons up here? They eventually get taken out, but I lost a lot of workers, every single one that was here. Sorry that I actually missed it, but I was not missing it during that game because that is just no good for me. I think I even start making more probes again. Yep, I do begin producing 3 at a time, transferring them down to that location. But every expansion on this map is taken except for this one, which there are a couple of tanks defending here, preventing that from actually happening here. But it does look like the enemy team has established center map control. They've got Corruptors. They've got a couple of Mutalisks mixed in as well. And it looks like he may try to engage my Tempest right here, which is not good for me, so I definitely have to back out here. They have 450 total HP if you count the shields, and my Stalker's going to blink here to try and deal with this. I don't know if this is enough Tempest to actually deal with this. Unfortunately, my carrier is just kind of hanging out as my Stalkers are trying to do all the dirty work. Now, I do have 1-1 done. I'm also working on +2 attack and +3 attack for my my air units, but I lost my carrier there. Not too happy about that. The Corruptors finally eventually got to get taken out here. The Locusts, though, summoning up themselves. The swarm host summoning them in large numbers. Still unable to do the damage that he needs to, but wow, that's a lot of SCVs. And unfortunately for Red Eye GS, he cannot land there. This expansion has been taken by HotS himself. If he's making some Zerglings here, they're going to have one hell of a fun time. But there's just stuff going everywhere on the map, as it does look like he is not too happy about the Tempest, saying they used to throw paper balls, which they kind of look like that, I suppose. And I guess we could do this just to kind of clarify on the minimap a little bit exactly what's going on. As the Roach is swinging in, can they do enough damage? Does look like actually losing a lot there for HotS, as this command center right here, you can see the minimap doesn't know which color to show because they are just hovering above each other right there. And we do have Stalkers inside the main base. Looks like they are going to get taken out, but have already done substantial damage. We have managed to clean out the left side of the map, really. So if this was a game of Risk, we'd currently be in the lead because we got more map control. It does look like Ghost, though, going to be moving out with a lot of Siege Tank, a lot of Hellions up here. Can he actually push all the way into the heart of our base, though? It does look like, well, he's killing the fringes right now, killing off a lot of those SCVs here, and it's really up to him at this point. I can't imagine the other team recovering from this if he's unable to do the damage he needs to, although this is quite a few swarm hosts here. I do decide to go ahead and blink forward right now to try and take them out, but I have no detection here, and the fungal growth is going to be taking out a lot of my Stalkers there. Bruce Lee losing several of those as well. Red Eyes GS still trying to find somewhere to land. I don't think that's actually going to happen. This army right here, while it did push it back, unable to do that much damage. My carrier says, hey, get on out of here, boy, as he definitely locks that location down. Although we did lose one of our expansions. We have plenty to spare, though. And I think at this point, as long as we can deal with the swarm host, we are going to be just fine. And what are the upgrades on these? He is at 2-2, so it does do a lot of damage. But with the Tempest here, they're just going to be doing free damage on these. And so there we go with the Tempest, hopefully focusing down the swarm host relatively soon, because they're just going to keep spawning units all day unless I actually manage to finally take them out. There we go, as I am focusing them down now with the Tempest, trying to basically kill us as quickly as we can. Ghost does say GG. Red Eyes GS still has quite a few units. We'll see if he can actually kill these off with his Battle Hellions. He does have 3 attack and 2 armor. Gets them right on top of the Stalkers. There is actually enough damage to kill these off. Never thought I'd see Hellions killing Stalkers, but that's exactly what's taking place, as we have a couple of Siege Tanks down there. So I actually lose the majority of my army. Now, thankfully for me, I have a lot of money to fall back on, and still the Tempest. They have no anti-air. So even if I'm using the Tempest on the Hellions here, this is still free damage for me, as more Stalkers are on the way for me. Trying to engage those Battle Hellions as quickly as I can, but they did manage to kill off my army. But can they kill this army? I think the answer is most likely going to be no. That is a lot of stuff. Although Hellions versus Lings should be favoring the Battle Hellions still in this situation, but the Mutalisk up there could be too much, and the Tempest kind of swing on down. Gotta hand it to Red Eyes GS and Ghost. They did as good as they possibly could. Wait, it was Ghost, right? He's the one, he's the other Terran, if I remember correctly. Uh-oh, the Manor Mules! Down come the Manor Mules. Unfortunately for him, there is no dance yet for those mules. I think that's only coming out at the release of the game. But it does look like we did manage to win. I just want to show off the changes of the Tempest. I did use my Sentry for a hallucination, but I only did it once, and I think I missed it. But either way, I just want to let all you know that the Black Mesa game is on my main channel. Definitely go check it out there. All future games will be posted here. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, and this is HotS here, back with some more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm action for my second channel. Now, before I introduce all these players, I want to say something really quickly for everyone on my second channel. Number one, you guys are the best, and number two, if you're wondering where the newest episode of Black Mesa is, I accidentally uploaded it to my main channel, but of all the videos to accidentally upload to my main channel, I feel like that is by far one of the best. It is one of my favorite episodes so far, so go check it out. You guys know my main channel already, youtube.com/HuskyStarcraft. I will also be adding it to the playlist, so you can just view it there, and all future episodes will continue to be on this channel, youtube.com/Husky. So I just want to let you guys know, I uploaded to the wrong channel because I'm #typical_Husky. Now, this is going to be a 4v4 played with random people on Heart of the Swarm. Again, it does take a while to set up those games, but I'm going to be the pink Protoss right here. My allies are going to be Xanthi, the purple Terran, Otis, the green Zerg, Bruce Lee, I see what you did there, Bruce Lee, the kind of cyanish Protoss, and our opponents are going to be Ghost, the pink Terran, I like that guy already, Psycho, or Sicko, I guess it'd be Psycho though, the purple bluish Zerg, and we have Red Eyes James, and not as much 1v1. But the reason I do pick this map is because there are the 3 easy-to-secure expansions right here. And then if you're kind of the odd guy out who doesn't manage to get an expansion, there is a sort of easy-to-get expansion here and here. And then also, on the back of that, there are 3 more expansions, 2 of which are high-yield expansions on each side. So I don't know the exact math on that. I'm not going to try and do math on air. But it is a lot of bases, and it does make for some awesome team games. PS, the Black Terran, and also TMCK, the Yellow Zerg. Well, hopefully you guys follow me on my second channel. I'm talking to people in the game, because then you get to watch yourselves again. I guess I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, we do have my own gateway going to be going down right here. Now, I did decide to go ahead and pick this map because, number one, there's no team ladder on Heart of the Swarm, as they are focusing on balance and all that. And if they had team games, honestly, everyone would just play the team game.